Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joey again. You're watching Vegas D-Tech. Back again with another Lake Mead water report. Today guys, this is a beautiful Sunday, 80 degrees out here in Las Vegas, and I figured I would just come back around and do another one of my neighborhood walk and talks, because when I first started doing my reports on Lake Mead and stuff like that, I started doing neighborhood walk and talks where I would walk around the neighborhood, and a lot of you guys actually liked that. And I figured I would just go back today and start doing more of that, as I'm still trying to procure, you know, the details that I need to get permissions to go back out to Lake Mead. Many people want me to go back out to Lake Mead. Now guys, you know what? As far as the Lake Mead stuff is concerned, I've got so many hours of B-roll footage of Lake Mead that if I wanted to, I could just constantly just play back B-roll footage and just do neighborhood walk and talks and put pictures into it and just rock that way. But I would like to physically get out there and continue to report like I used to. It's just that, you know, working out these last minute details, it's kind of a lot of red tape that's involved. All right guys, so let's go ahead and get with the Lake Mead water report for today. The current water level at Lake Mead today is 1,046.79 feet. And you know what's really cool about that, guys, is that we have not lost any water, okay? Actually, I can't say we haven't lost any water, but this time last year, we had lost about 9 feet of water, okay? From the height of the water year to today, we had lost 9 feet. Today, we have lost only 1.16 feet. That's it, man. So you know what? All of this precipitation, moisture, and rain that we've been getting, it's really been helping us, guys. And I can clearly see it. It's evident, you know, when you actually take a look at all of the data points in the graphs. All of the numbers show that we're having a strong water year. I don't foresee us losing nearly the amount of water that the water authority said that we were expected to lose as of last year. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull up the graphs here and show you exactly what I found. Let's go to that right now. Alrighty guys, so if we pull up here the Lake Mead water level report, we're going to see here 1,046.79 feet. Now this is very interesting. If we take a look at this graph right here, it goes back 2 years. So at the height of the water year in 2021, we were looking at 1,087, and at this point in time last year, we're looking at 1,082. So you see like a 5 foot. There was a huge drop right here all throughout the summer, but at this point, from the height of the water year to today, at this point, we're looking at 5 feet. Now take a look at last year. Last year, height of the water year, you're looking at 1,067, and it slid right down here to 1,058. So we're looking at 9 feet. Okay, so 5 feet of water drop the previous year, 9 feet last year. And then take a look at this year. The height of the water year this year, 1,047. And if you take a look at where we're at right now, we're at what, 1,046.79. So we've got like maybe a foot, 1.16 inches. And you can just see we're just trucking across here pretty steady, man. So all of this precipitation has made a big difference this year. I don't, like I said, I don't see this humongous number. The Department of Reclamation says that this number, they expected it to go all the way down in October, for this number to go all the way down to like 1,028. And I even heard of a number of 1,018. I don't see that this year, guys. I really don't. Not with how this thing is flowing right here. And I'm going to show you the data points that show just how strong the flows are. But if we move down here to the drought indicator, as you can see here, this right here, man, was flooded. Last year, we had this extreme drought, an exceptional drought, all inside the Las Vegas area. And you don't see none of that right now. I mean, yeah, we have our, you know, marginal areas that are abnormally dry. I mean, it is the desert. And then you got the severe drought, which is right around here. And then you've got your severe drought right in this area right here. But none of this, you know, extreme and exceptional all in this area. It's cleared up immensely. And if you take a look at where all the drought is right now, it looks like the central United States is the ones that are seeing a lot of this stuff going on right down in this area right in here. But the Southwest is starting to get a little bit better. So guys, let's go ahead and roll on over to the data for Lake Mead. All right, guys, so if we pull up the Lake Mead database, you're going to see the graph right here. So 1,047 was the beginning of our water year right here. And as you can see, that humongous drop like right here, this humongous drop like last year that you saw, this big time slope, We were expecting to see that this year. We should have seen a downward slope right about here begin, but we haven't. From right here to right here, you can see it's been predominantly holding. The only difference between this point and this point is 1.16 inches. So if this is any indication right here as to how, how the precipitation has helped us, it has immensely helped us this year. Now, if we take a look at the 14 measures on the graph right here, we've got what, like, actually 9 days in the good here, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 9 days in the good, 5 days here in the red. But look at all of this here, guys. All of this green of change. Now take a look at these flows, man. These flows are very interesting. We were getting inflows of like 7,000, 6,000 last year. Look at how great these flows are. 18,000, 15,000, 19,000. These are cubic feet per second of flow coming in. And take a look at the outflows. These are all double-digit teen numbers. We have no single-digit teens for cubic feet per second inflows or outflows. They're all double digits going in and out. So for the month here on the 14-day index, it's averaging 0.05 of gain every single day on an average here. And then if you take a look at the inflows, the inflow average is 15,693, and the outflow averages are 12,946. So this is indicating a healthy flow for at least Lake Mead, Hoover Dam right now. So if we go ahead and take a look at the same thing with Lake Powell. Lake Powell's water level is 3,520.39, and as you can see, you also see the same kind of a slope situation in 2021 and the same slope situation in 2022. And then you see this big bump right here where they gained water and a big bump right here. Now take a look at this. The slope is not as bad this year as it was the last 2 years. You could just see that heavy downward slope, and it is downward. I mean, Lake Powell, unfortunately, man, they're like the valve that regulates water and equalizes the water in the entire. They're the equilibrium, and they're like the faucet, right? But take a look at this, guys. It looks really, really good. And if we take a look at this, the drought meter for Utah, the drought meter for Utah looks pretty good as well. We don't see that extreme drought and exceptional drought, just the same type of situations that you saw in Nevada and in the Las Vegas region. And going back to the U.S. drought monitor, again, it's showing the central U.S. with all of this drought here in the center, but Southwest is clear. So let's just take a look at the Lake Powell data graphs over here. And if we take a look at the graphs over here, check it out. So in the past 14, we've had 2 upticks in water, and the rest of it is red. But it's always been like this. I had the 1 week where I showed Powell all in the green, and you're seeing all this red here. So you got what, 12 of the 14 days in the red and 2 days in the green with an average of 0.11 feet down. Okay, but let's take a look at these inflows. Now these inflows are what blows me away. This is the typical type of an inflow that I normally see for Powell all year long. 7, 5, 7, 9. Took a look at this. Just yesterday, 21,000 cubic feet, man. You know what I mean? That snowpack is starting to fill the Colorado and flow into Powell, and the outflows of 11. So just take a look at this, guys. You're seeing that humongous inflow. Their outflow 11, 12, 12, 12. They're always putting double-digit outs here. And if we take a look at the total flow for the month here, 9,818 is the average flow in, 13,012 on the average flow out. But like I said, Lake Powell is normally, Glen Canyon is normally looked at as the faucet, to hold back water and then release water, hold back and release. So this number is going to jump around quite a bit over at Lake Powell. Yeah, guys, so if you saw what I saw there in the Lake Mead water report and all the data points that I've given you, things are looking strong for it to be a very good water year for us. Now, is this going to absolutely cure all the problems that we've had up to this point? No. One good year is definitely not going to change everything. If we can continue to see 2, 3, 4 years of water situations like this, and we can continue to conserve water and act right, and you know what? If the water becomes a big issue, remember I was telling you that the Water Authority had predicted that the water would drop down to 1,028 or even at some point 1,018. If the water actually goes down that low, That is just water abuse and severe negligence. There is no reason for us to see any kind of a water drop. Nowhere near as bad as they had predicted it before this rain event came in. And if we continue to see this water drop as badly as it was the last couple of years, then we seriously have a problem, and maybe a problem that's out of our control at this point. So guys, let's just get through the end of this water year right here so that we can close up the books and see just how good and how bad things got. And with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing up right here. Like I said, I'm interested in getting back out to Lake Mead real soon. I'm trying to get the final details here as to what I can actually do to legally get back out in the lake. Many of the other channels that I have been speaking with or watching, they have stated that they're able to get back legally onto Lake Mead. Nobody has basically come out and said how they were able to do that, because what I'm seeing when I call up the parks is that each national park has their own set of rules as to how lax they are or how serious they are about people having to have permits in order to come back and film out there. And generally speaking, they ask you how big is your channel, and I don't even understand, like, why is that a point? But what I'm seeing here is the bigger your channel is and the more eyeballs that you have on your channel, the more money that you're making, you better have permits. You know what I mean? The real permits, not just the type of stuff that I'm seeing right now when you call in and they're asking you how big is your channel, what are you using, just a little pocket camera, this and that. They're basically saying, we're not looking at you, man. We don't have a problem with what you're doing. And you get that kind of permission, we're just going to look the other way type of permission, but you're not getting anything on paper. And that's kind of I don't like operating that way, but I would like to see more of these channels that have come out and said that they've procured permits, help everybody out, not just your local channels, but everybody. Just come out and say, hey, we got permits, we were able to do it this way. If you guys want to get it, take these steps, you know what I mean? And this is how much it's going to cost total for you to have, the right to go film at your park. But like I said here, from what I've read, each park is going to be a little bit more stricter or more difficult. Like, I'm assuming to have the same kind of permissions that, say, Yosemite or Yellowstone or Zion is going to be a lot different than, say, getting permission to film at Lake Mead or Glen Canyon, stuff like that. So I don't know, guys. I just need a little bit more clarity from these other channels. If anybody has found a shortcut to get permits and can help other channels out with getting the permits to film national parks, I believe in general the entire YouTube community of content creators would benefit from having people share that information, because that's basically what YouTube is about, right? When you need information, we used to have to go to the library. Nowadays, you need information, you need how to fix something, make something, cook something, you just go to YouTube. And if it wasn't for content creators, be it people like myself or you, then this content would never actually get uploaded to YouTube, and then we would never have the information that we want or need in order to fix the things to help our lives. So guys, that's all I have for you today on this Lake Mead water report for this week. If you guys found this information beneficial, useful, or even entertaining, please do me a kindness and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bar or bell if you guys like videos like this one, so that the YouTube algorithm would know to put my videos up on your home screen so you can see more of what I have for you for the remainder of this summer. All right, guys, so that's it. I'm Joey, you're watching Vegas D-Tech. You guys be well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.